So in the UK, we engage heavily with naval architects and boat builders, and we've seen a consistent rise in the sales of OXE diesel outboards over the last 5 years. We've installed a lot of OXE outboards in the UK on board a variety of different vessels, either landing craft, survey vessels. Aquaculture and fish farms are a big segment of our market. Biggest growth area is in offshore renewables for sure. Seaweed harvesting is also a growth industry. Rib rides or tourist craft, they've seen huge efficiencies swapping from petrol to diesel OXE outboards. The OXE engines have actually been in production for nearly 14 years now. I think we would say, in all honesty, that when they first came to the market, there were some teething problems. However, after 14 years of learning, we're now in a place where we have a robust, reliable product. And that's evidenced by the companies like North Star now using them. They have 6 daughtercraft in operation. They have 20 engines, not thousands of hours on there. And it does take time to understand each individual operator's duty cycles and how they use the engines. So I would say there has been a learning curve, and North Star has been a perfect example of that, where together with OXE, Proteum and North Star, we've come to a place now where we have excellent reliability and a product that really works in this environment. It's not widely understood, but diesel outboards have to go through a rigorous emission certification. They're much more fuel efficient and better emissions than petrol outboards. I don't know of a single petrol outboard manufacturer that actually releases public data on their emissions. However, all diesel outboard brands do have to comply to emissions regulations. So the emissions on the OXE diesel outboards are far superior to petrol, and also they're able to operate using HVO 100. That reduces the emissions again by nearly 67%. And in general, diesel is just a far more efficient fuel than petrol. So I don't think it will come as a surprise to anybody that the initial cost of diesel outboards is more than petrol. You have to think about the longer service intervals, the fuel economy, the longevity of the outboard as well. Within 18 months of operating a diesel outboard, you're cost neutral. So over time, the total cost of ownership of operating a diesel outboard is far lower than running a petrol outboard. What's unique about the OXE diesel outboard is the fact that we run the power through carbon composite belts. On traditional petrol outboards or competitive diesel outboards, the architecture is more of a vertical shaft leading down to beveled gears and a dog clutch. Because the diesel outboard produces so much torque, OXE take that power and torque down through the gearbox and to the propeller shaft using a patented carbon composite belt. Makes for a much smoother engagement of the gears and reliance through operational life.